私の YouTube チャンネルへようこそ。 Welcome to my YouTube channel. 私の名前はハニーです。22歳です。 My name is Honey and I am 22 years old. 今日はいい文化プロジェクトのために日本文化についてお話ししたいと思います。 So today we would like to talk about Japan. So today we would like to talk about Japanese culture that were changed, influenced by the advancement of technologies. So what is culture? So first of all, culture is a word, way of life that describes a group of people, the things that they usually do in their daily life or their basic life. So a different group of people will have a different things or different cultures. So a culture is usually passed by generation by learning, whereas the genetics is passed by heredity. Like the genes is inherited, but the culture is learned by generation. You learn about the culture, but the genetics, you cannot learn the genetics. It's inherited. So usually culture is seen in people's writing, cooking, clothing, religion, and also music. And that doesn't conclude all the things, but the things they did in life, they do every day in life. That's what culture is. So moving on to technology. Technology usually influences the society through their products and process. While the technology's influences is a quality of life or quality of the way of life people interact and act to each other. And technological changes are often accompanied by either social, political, or economic changes that may be beneficial to the individuals or to the society. That is what advancement in technologies influence the culture, because it changes things that benefit to the society. That's why the people change by the advancement of technologies. So, due to the technology's influences or the advancement of technology, Japan is not excluded, and the Japanese culture is also changed by it. And it's changed from the earlier period to this metropolitan era, which is in this video I will talk about the modern Japanese culture versus the old Japanese culture that influenced by the technology's advancement. So first of all, we will talk about the ideology of Japanese culture, like why the Japanese culture changed in terms of ideology. So, in terms of ideology, the old Japanese culture is conservative, nationalistic, and traditionally driven. It also heavily influenced by Chinese culture. Japan values purity and tradition over anything, but it is still flexible to change, as seen during the Edo and Meiji periods. Even after World War II, the Japanese were able to capitalize on its rapid development, and its citizens were also quick to adapt. While the modern Japanese culture are more to international, adaptive, and technology-oriented, modern Japanese culture is mainly defined by Western ideologies, which, with the advancement of technology, Japan has been capitalizing on being one of the leading nations. They prioritize change and are always looking for something different. This does not mean that they will leave the old behind. Instead, those core ideas are incorporated into modern Japan values. Moving to hospitality. One of the traits of Japanese culture of the past is the emphasis on hospitality and politeness. Traditional inns of Japan are called ryokans. They usually have tatami mat flooring, public baths, and socializing with the owner and neighbors are greatly encouraged. In recent times, they have been growing in popularity as visitors from overseas increasingly want to experience Japanese culture. So, such ryokan can be found in hot spring towns such as Hakone. And on the other hand, Japanese traditional tea houses have become quite rare to come across, especially those that still practice tea ceremonies. In comparison with modern cafes, it can take some time until you will be able to get your drink from the ordering time. And for the average busy worker that works every day and got a busy schedule, it might not be worth the wait. So, while Japan now emphasizing on convenience much more, but uniqueness is also significant. You might have noticed it already, but most hostels in Japan, especially in big cities like Tokyo, have rather modest rooms, usually just enough for the person to sleep. You may have also come across capsule hostel where guests sleep in capsules, like pods. Toilet and bathroom are shared, and this helps keep the cost down. With the advancement of technologies like this, you don't have to rent a whole ryokan to yourself. And you may rent a capsule hotel like this, and it is way more cheaper for a solo traveler. In addition, the pop culture cafes and restaurants such as robot cafes, maid cafe, butler cafe, even the animal cafes are gaining attraction. Most of Japanese youth enjoy trends and trying new things like this type of cafes. And most likely the appearance of these coffee stores around Japan are always be just like that. Last but not least, the advancement of technologies may affect fashion and entertainment too. And for fashion and entertainment, people in Japan back then considered that the more clothing you wear, the richer you are. The less skin is showing, the better. This separated between the average manual laborers and lowered greatly. Bodily, tattoos are frowned upon, and even today, many public places still do not allow those with tattoos to enter. And mostly, these signs were at in front of the public bathhouses. And for the entertainment, traditional theater arts such as No and Kabuki were the main sources of entertainment in Japan. They combine music, drama, and dance to create a unique theatrical experience for the audience. And there is also the geishas, which although it is quite rare to see today, remain as an important cultural Japanese aspect. Much like the Japanese obsession for perfection, the geishas are entertainers that require years of learning and training in Japanese arts to become a full-fledged geiko. With technology influence, Japan now has cosplay trends, where the cosplay have vastly grown in Japan with the booming popularity of anime and manga. People are willing to spend a significant amount of money on custom-made costume and accessories to fit the character they want to become. And if you happen to go to Harajuku, you might have seen the unusual fashion there, from lolitas to gothic. It's like a whole different world out there. It is so interesting to see how people will really dress in Harajuku. While the entertainment in the fields of gaming and anime is the main driving forces that pushes Japan's economy until today, Japan is revered across the world as the land of flying and spiking hair anime characters. The medium alone have brought Japan such as an overwhelming amount of fame, and that now other nations such as Korea and China also want a piece of the action. Not only that, but the gaming industry of Japan is also arguably comparable to the US and continues to hold a large portion of Japan's national gross domestic product. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that most of us remember turning on a Game Boy and playing our favorite games all day and all night. Right away, you wake up from the sleep.
And that's wrap it up. As a conclusion, the advancement of technologies really does give a big change for Japanese culture also, and make them one of the best advanced country in the world. And yes, the tradition is yet remaining in the society. And yep, thank you for watching my video. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye bye.